Hey everyone, Storm Show meteorologist Jason Myers here. Tuesday, July 8th, yesterday. Wow, look what the wind blew in. It was a seriously windy day. 210 wind reports, a couple of them really strong wind reports with more than 70-mile-an-hour winds. Looks like one in Indiana and another in Nebraska. A few reports of some hail, but you can see the center of that severe weather was really in eastern Kansas and the northern half of Missouri, with a few more wind reports in parts of the northeast as well. And it looks like today we're kind of in a similar situation because the setup hasn't changed a whole lot. We have that slight risk spanning all the way from the Ozarks up to upstate New York and even part of Vermont, through parts of the Ohio Valley as well. Biggest threat, easily, hands down, going to be wind, and that spans through northern Tennessee into Kentucky, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York. That's where we have that 30% risk. That's that darker shade of yellow. Hail is just a small risk at about 15%, where everyone's shaded in yellow. And then a tornado risk, just a small tornado risk. It looks like in parts of Pennsylvania and New York, this is about the same spot we saw that tornado risk yesterday. Here's the difference between yesterday and today. We're already looking at some of these storms forming, and we could even be seeing, in the morning here, we could be seeing a watch box go up pretty early this morning before noon today as we head through the day. So these storms are already developing, and we'll continue to see these later in the afternoon and the evening as well, but everything kind of forming on this boundary relatively early, and then we'll see it moving a little farther to the east as we progress through the day. In fact, here's what the forecast models are saying right now. We can head through time. This is the morning hours right here, and as we move it through the day, take a look at what happens. We see those storms and thunderstorms moving through northern Ohio, parts of Michigan, and a few showers and storms developing in southern Missouri. This is right around the noon hour, give or take an hour, and then a few more showers and storms developing in parts of Kentucky and Tennessee. The majority of the rain and thunder moves off to the east as we head into the afternoon and the evening, so expect those showers and storms to be in western New York, western Pennsylvania, West Virginia, right there by the late afternoon and early evening hours. And then here we are, we're about 7 o'clock Eastern time. Those storms have since moved off to central New York, central Pennsylvania, and starting to move into Virginia. Still looking at a few showers and storms in parts of Arkansas and Tennessee. I don't think today is going to be as bad as what we saw yesterday, but we will still likely see some showers and thunderstorms throughout the day today, and I think a lot of it is going to develop earlier in the day. So we may start to see some clearing in parts of the Midwest by the late afternoon and evening, because this whole frontal system will have moved through. Where's the front right now? Well, you can kind of tell right where that front is by looking at the temperatures across the board. We have some pretty hot, humid air along the East Coast, in the 70s this morning in parts of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Kentucky. But look back toward Iowa, Nebraska, the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin. It's not too bad in the 60s there, and the dew point tells a good story too. Pretty soupy where everybody's in green, seeing dew points in the 60s and 70s, but where the dew points are in the 50s, this will be sliding into place into the Midwest later this afternoon. So it looks like things are going to feel a lot more comfortable the second half of this week. But in the meantime, this humidity is sticking around, and that front right now is really splitting Wisconsin in half on the eastern side of Iowa there, back into splitting Kansas almost in two as well. So like I said, a risk of severe weather today, just a slight risk, not a bad day, not as bad as what we saw yesterday, but still that threat is there. So keep Storm Shield close by. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. We would really appreciate it. And tell your friends. I'll see you next time.